Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Homestead Heart. And today I am outside and just getting some things done and decided to come on and give you all an update on what's going on the farm. Could y'all take y'all competition elsewhere? I was here first. I was here first. Y'all followed me. So rude, just so rude, just so rude. Anyway, y'all, I wanted to give you all an update on the homestead and let y'all know what we have learned so far, you all. And also, before I do any of that, I really wanted to take a moment and just express our greatest thanks and appreciation. Mr. H and I are so grateful and so thankful and appreciative for everything that you all have done for us during this series of events that have taken place on the farm. You all, we are really grateful. We are so grateful for every comment, all of the kind comments that have been posted. You all have sent us things. You all have sent us things. We are just truly grateful. We are truly grateful. You've emailed us. We are very grateful, and text messages. We've gotten the text messages and we appreciate all of the text messages as well. And something that we talked about is the phone calls that we got. Something about a phone call, when you go through something like this, because this was quite traumatic for me, actually. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a very traumatizing experience for me to be in something like that. I've never experienced anything like that before. And to think I used to want to be a storm chaser. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Anyway, the phone calls that we got. We'll never forget the tone and the voice, the feeling, the energy. Are y'all okay? What y'all need? Are y'all okay? It's something about a phone call that you'll never forget the voice of the person that called you. Some people, when they call, you could just feel the deep concern. And that, we'll never forget that. We won't forget any of it, but that sound coming through the phone of deep concern, we'll never forget that. We are so appreciative of all of it. We really are. It means a lot to us. All of the phone calls that we got from all over, from folks. I saw the video, and are y'all okay? What do y'all need us to do? You want us to come and help? What do you need us to do? That means so much, and we just want to say thank you. I didn't want to put it in a text. I didn't want to put it in an email. I didn't want to post it in the comment section. I wanted to say it. I wanted to say it, Sometimes, in my opinion, emails and text messages and things like that, when something has happened, sometimes those things can seem very sterile. And I don't know. Sometimes they can. And so the phone calls, you can actually feel the energy of a person. And maybe it's just me being old school me. I don't know. But I guess that's just the way, Mr. H and I feel when it comes to, phone calls during certain situations. Jackson, come from under there. Those things mean a lot to us. And we sure do appreciate you for it. We thank y'all so much for everything. For everything. For everything. You know, we really do appreciate it. But, y'all, just to get to it, we finally spoke. I think it took us several days after we called them. It took us several days to even speak with the insurance adjuster. It took us several days. And the reason why it took him so long, he said that the entire area had been, he's not handling it. It was taken from him and assigned to, I believe he called it GCU, which is Georgia Catastrophe Unit. And they have been assigned to this area. And so they're the ones who are going to be contacting us. And we finally spoke with him Friday evening. Okay, Friday evening we spoke to him, and by this time we had let him know that we had already been reaching out to different people to come look at our windows, come look at our roof, because our roof did take on some damage, because a lot of things hit the roof. It just fell off the roof. And so we realized that, and so we have someone coming out for that. We have someone coming out to look at the chimney, because there is when it rained the next day, when it started raining again, there was water coming into our chimney, into the house through our chimney. So I don't know. We're going to have somebody to come out and look at that. And yeah. And then the tree company is on his way out as well. In fact, we called several tree companies, you all. We called one. They didn't even show up. After he told us he was coming, he didn't even show up, didn't even call, nothing. And of course, I'm not waiting for that. So, and I wasn't calling back, because I'm not going to do that. But I just kept calling, and finally my husband said, try these people. I met them. I met the owner one day a long time ago, and he seemed real nice, and I just remembered he had a tree company. And when I called him, he's actually working in the area. And so he said, no, don't worry. I'll come over and I'll have a look, And so he did tell me what time he was coming. And so he's going to come and have a look at everything and let us know what we'll be looking at. And so now the trees that are on the ground, we're not really concerned about what's on the ground. Once we get chainsaws, we're going to take care of those things ourselves. Our echoes are in the shop. Y'all know we've been doing a lot of work with those echo chainsaws, because we have to cut trees down as we clear our property all the way around. We're putting up fencing still, right? And so as we come on the other side of our property, we got a lot of trees that we have to take down. And once we take them all down, then we can keep working, right? So, and we have to do that ourselves. We really do. And so we've gone through 2 Ryobis and now 2 Echoes. Whew, we have worked them good, right? But the Echoes are in the shop, and that's not going to be a quick turnaround. That's going to be over a month or something, because when you take it to Home Depot and put it in their shop, they got a lot of people bringing stuff in and they shipping it off to somewhere. It's not coming back to you right away. It's going to be a good month, and we cannot wait that long to get all these trees from all over the property. We can't. So we did ask the question, which chainsaws do you think are better? And overwhelming. The overwhelming response was hands down the steel. And so Mr. H went to price the steels. He called me and told me what they cost. I'm like, really? I'm like, you serious? He's like, yeah, this what they cost. I'm like, okay, well, alrighty then. So we're going to have to take the trees that are down on the ground. We're going to cut those up ourselves. And yes, we are going to save those oaks for firewood. Yeah, and then any other wood that is not good for firewood, we'll just probably, when they take those trees down, we'll just have those trees cut down, chipped up, and the wood chips will be left on our property, and we'll use those around the farm. So that's what we're going to do with that. As far as the barn goes, we're going to have to take the limbs off the barn, and then we're going to have to cover it with a tarp, because we're going to have to replace the wood up there, and we're going to have to replace the tin on top as well, so that we can protect our little chickens and whatnot that's in the barn on that side. And then the garden, didn't plant a thing in the garden. Not anything did I plant in the garden. And I just didn't feel it in my spirit to do that. You know, I really didn't. I just felt like I should just wait. I didn't have any sense of urgency to plant. And I was thinking, you know what? We had a late frost last year, and I don't want anything, a frost to come up and it ends up killing all the starts like what happened last year. So I didn't plant anything. And I'm going to be honest with you, if I had planted anything in the garden, the wind would have ripped them all right on out of the garden, or either would have stripped the leaves, broke them, whatever, but none of them would have survived. And I would have been doing the same thing this year that I did last year, starting over, buying starts. So I didn't have a desire to plant. And I was just basically listening, again, to that voice of God within, and I didn't plant anything. But now I feel it, you know. Go ahead and plant. It's late, but it's right on time. So go ahead and plant. So now I'm going to get the garden cleaned up. Our cattle panel trellises, I didn't realize it. 2 of them were knocked over on the ground, and the T-posts that they were attached to are leaning like this, and the panels themselves broke loose from it, and it fell. The panels fell this way, and the posts are this way. So you all, we gotta get the garden cleaned up again, get the ground cover back down on the ground. Hi, Kenai. Get the ground cover back down on the ground. Hey, 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 no. No. We have, my daughter is here, and her dog is here, and he's young, and we're training him around the animals because, you know, there he is. Can you see him? Oh, no, he's right here. That's Kenai. Kenai is in Arendelle. And so he's getting used to being around all of the animals and whatnot. So, yeah. And Jackson is teaching him, don't play with me. I'm a grown man. Don't run up on me like that. Because he's only like 4.5 months old, I think. So he's a big dog. But anyway, you all, yeah. So we'll get the garden taken care of and get some things planted. The only thing I did plant was onions and carrots. The carrots are not looking good at all, but the onions are looking great. The onions are looking absolutely wonderful. Now, what else is there? The turkey house, Mr. H went ahead and took it off the blocks. He went ahead and got it off the blocks, but I think somehow we're going to try to jack up the corners and put the the flat concrete paddings or pads underneath, because I don't want it on the ground. So he's gonna put those under the 4 corners so that the house is not sitting on the ground. And then this pen right here for Zeke, which is our buck, we're gonna just take that tarp down because the wind literally ripped it. It's all messed up. So we're just going to take it all down and put up new tarps and stuff and redo one side of the roof over here, because the roof right here is damaged. So we're gonna have to fix all of that. Mr. H got we got a cinder block on top of it to kind of hold it down, but literally if we took it off, all of the tin would literally just come off of there. So we got to redo that. But again, those are just minor things. It's a lot of work, but it's minor work, you know. Yeah, it's minor. So we're really, really grateful, just, about everything. There hasn't been any loss of life reported in our area. So that's a blessing in and of itself. It is, that's a blessing in and of itself. We're very, very grateful for that. In spite of all the work that we have to do, we're very grateful. So, yeah. So as I wait for the tree company to come out and let us know what's going to be what, the roof people got to come out. The window people are coming out. Oh, the electrician is coming out because the lights where there's a hole in the roof, and Mr. H has covered the hole, but in the roof there's a hole, and it was raining and water and all of that got down in there, and the lights in that area are not working now. The lights in that area won't come on. And then, you all, we didn't know this, but the electrical socket where our power box, our mobile hotspot was just connected to, because that's how we get internet here. So our little hotspot was plugged into that socket. That socket exploded. And it blew out the box as well. So the box is not working. We have to take that back. But the socket as well is fried. It's literally burned. You can see it's burned. You can see the charcoal looking is out. It's it looked like it could have set some stuff on fire, but it didn't. It just stopped our box from working. That box was the only thing plugged into that. So it blew that out. The box is no longer working. We got to take that back. But y'all, yeah, that is pretty much what we're looking at. Like I said, that greenhouse, I'm going to show y'all that greenhouse. That greenhouse is something else. It is something else. It's like I couldn't believe it, right? I was looking at like the power of that storm, like that it pushed our greenhouse. That thing is heavy, y'all. That thing is heavy. One of our little meat birds that we had in there got caught underneath it, and we didn't see that at first. When we went back out later, after doing a count, we realized one was missing, and we moved some things out of the way, and he was caught underneath the greenhouse, the wood part. And yeah, it slid. I don't know how he managed to get in that little area, especially since the greenhouse was pushed this way, but it caught him, and it literally dragged him underneath the wood. So one of our little meat birds, and it was just the one too, so all of the others are fine, but it was just that little one meat bird that didn't make it. So yeah, but that's it. Again, y'all, we are really like thankful and great, and I'm just looking around because, like I said, everywhere you look is work to be done. Everywhere you look, it's a lot of work. And so Mr. H is going to have to take some time off so that we can literally go hard on this and get our homestead back to normal. Back to normal, So, yeah. Yeah, we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. But in any case, you all, that's going to do it. I'm going to take y'all into the greenhouse, and I'm going to show y'all the greenhouse and just how bad it really is. And I'll show it to you. But I really just wanted to come on and just thank everybody again for all of the support and the prayers and the concern and the love y'all have shown, the comments, the emails, the text messages, and the phone calls. Thank y'all so very much. We really, really, really appreciate that so much. To everybody again that has sent us anything, given us anything, you know who you are. I try not to be specific and go into details because I know that a lot of you have expressed to me that you all don't send us anything for us to be on here blaring out your name and all of that kind of information. That's not your purpose for doing what you do. And I totally understand and respect that. I do. Because a lot of what we do it anonymously. You'll never know it was us, you know. Unless we told you, you would never know that it was us. hmm And we prefer it that way because we don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. Thank you so much. We don't. We don't need that. We don't even want that. We don't even want that. We just rather do it just to be helpful and then keep it moving. You know. So yeah, a lot of you would never even know. But in any case, you all, we thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all so much. Got a lot of work to do, so I'm going to stop this video here. And again, I'm going to take y'all into the greenhouse and hopefully share that with you all and maybe get that video up for tomorrow. Got quite a few people coming out today, so I'll do my best to get it done ASAP because I have a lot to do inside as well. And I've ignored Proud Mary. I've ignored Proud Mary up here. So I got to go get Proud Mary in order. Got to gather her together. But yeah, you all, that's gonna do it for this video. Again, thank y'all so much for all the love and support and the phone calls from all over the country. People were calling us. We really thank y'all for that, and we'll never forget it. We'll never forget none of it. All right, y'all, that's it. Thank y'all so much again for watching Homestead Heart, for all your love, support, peace, and blessings to each and every one of you, and we're gonna see y'all in the next video.